I got one. Good afternoon, everybody. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. We do have all members of the board present with the exception of Mr. Mike Farias. Joey, was the meeting posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act?
Yes, Mr. President. According to the Texas Open Meeting Act, this was posted on the 21st day of June 2019 at 5 p.m.
Thank you, sir. We'll jump right into it. Number 3, consider... It is, sorry, Aaron. It is 12:03 p.m., Tuesday, June 25th. Go straight into it. Number 3, consider approval of Board of Directors minutes for the May 28th, 2019 and June 5th, 2019 board meetings. Can I entertain a motion on that item, please?
Motion to approve.
Do you have a motion?
I second the motion.
And a second. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Number 4, a presentation regarding the LIFT Fund program and consider possible action regarding participation in the program for fiscal year 2019-2020. Mr. Trevino.
Yes, Mr. President, members of the board. With us today, we have the LIFT Fund program, Mrs. Marlene Rodriguez. This is a program, a loan program that's a microloan program that I've been researching, and I had done some research years back in Weslaco with them. Sometimes we get a lot of new companies that want to expand their businesses or start a new business, and some of our programs we don't have anything like this. This is another tool I would like to present to you, and if you're good with this, we can put it in next year's budget about a lending program that can help more small businesses here in the city of Edinburg. McAllen does it right now on a loan interest buyback, and I think it's to 0%. And then, I would like Ms. Rodriguez to kind of go over the program for her and all the other programs they have that could help small businesses, not just retail, but we get a lot of calls for daycares or nonprofits, but it's new businesses coming into Edinburg that I'd like to help in addition to it. But Ms. Rodriguez, would you mind coming up and introducing yourself and go over the program, please?
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Trevino. Thank you for the opportunity. Councilman, thank you for the opportunity today. I just wanted to go ahead and go over a little bit more about our loan program. LIFT Fund is a nonprofit organization. What we do is help support the small business owners that do not have the access in acquiring loans through commercial lending. So we partner up with all the different community banks here in the Valley and local partners such as our EDCs, our chambers, our small business administration, the Small Business Development Center, so we can help support the small business owner that is needing or seeking financing for their small business and are unable to acquire this loan through commercial lending. Our loans start anywhere from $500 and they can go up to $500,000. And aside from that, we also are a certified development company where we can partner up with SBA and a bank so that we can go ahead and offer loans for real estate proposition or acquisition or for their office up to $5.5 million. But what we have been doing in the past, and just to give you a little bit what we've done here in the Rio Grande Valley, we have dispersed over $36 million to small businesses to help them either expand their business or get started with their business. And we have serviced small businesses from either the transportation industry, from the daycare industry, or restaurant industry, a retail shop. So the only business that we do not cater is the adult entertainment industry, or if it's an investment property, we will not be able to fund those loans either, but anything else aside from that, we support the small business community. And present with me, I have my South Regional VP, Ms. Sara Saldaña, which she can talk a little bit more about what we have done in the past with the city of McAllen and how the program has been very successful in the past. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity, and please excuse my voice. I have some allergies. Some of the things that we've done, we're always looking for innovative things. And what we've done, we have partnered out with EDCs. And for instance, in the city of Corpus Christi, we have a buy-down program, and they buy it down all the way to 5.5%. In McAllen, they go to 0%. San Antonio also participates in a program like that, but I believe they buy it all the way to 0%. And in the Delta, I believe it's Louisiana, they also have that. So we not only, one of the things that I would like to mention to you is that as an organization, and the mission we have is to provide capital to those underserved individuals, small business individuals. Sometimes they're not able to go into a bank and get a loan because maybe their financials are not there, their credit, or their startups, or they're also sometimes in an industry that is considered risky. For instance, daycares or transportation. So they shy away, or maybe they've only been in business 1 year and they would like to see formal financials. So besides of giving them a loan, we also give technical assistance. We meet with them. We have a group in San Antonio that they do virtual meetings, trainings. They can help them with projections. They can help them out, put together their finances maybe on, I believe it's called QuickBooks. So we always, we don't just give the loan and say, well, thank you, good luck, and I hope you're successful. We continue to stay in touch with them to make sure that they're bringing their revenue back to the city where they got that benefit from. Are there any questions that you might have before we continue? We would love to address them, or how it works at a particular place.
One thing you had mentioned when we met, that you had some existing businesses here in Edinburgh that you funded without even our, you can kind of highlight them, please?
Yes, of course. And as a matter of fact, we just passed one a few while ago. Would you mention?
Yes. We have served some small businesses here in the city of Edinburgh. For example, one of our small business owners is La Pesca, Mr. Vidal, who has been a former Lift Fund customer. And I know that he approached us because I know he's expanding, he's growing his business. So then the other business that we have is Mama Grandes Tortilla, who actually started off with this business loan request, a small business loan request from Lift Fund when he first started, when he was at his prior business location before moving into the one he is in right now. And as a matter of fact, we are working with him to help him support on the purchase of the new business location that he's wanting to expand his business in the future, in the near future.
That's our property that we're selling him in the industrial park that you all approved a couple months ago.
And like Ms. Saldana mentioned, not only do we help them and extend the loan, but we also do, we have workshops available. This morning I was at a Grow Now Accelerator program, which we invite all of our Lift Fund clients to attend in all the business community so they can participate and they can help them grow their business and provide them like with tools and resources such as HR, marketing their business, growing their sales strategies, different topics that we have on a month-to-month. So we do follow-ups with them as well and see how their business is doing.
Any questions?
Where are you located? Like, if, for example, if a business was interested, if this works out and we approve it, where would they reach you at? Or how does this work? Like,
Yes, our office is located in McAllen. It's on 220 North 10th Street. If a customer wants to meet with us, they're more than welcome to stop by our office. But I do service the whole entire Rio Grande Valley, right. So if I have to meet with a client at their location, at their place of business, I'm open to that as well. Mm-hmm. So I'll be willing to go out to the customer's business and meet with them.
And coincidentally, yesterday when we met, I mentioned our new workforce training center, and they'd be happy to accommodate anybody that goes in there when we start that program and open that business out there, so they can be there at a scheduled
That'd be a good
scheduled
place for
time.
y'all to
So
branch
Yes.
out into.
Most definitely.
I know this is an action item, but we're going to take no action on this until we discuss it further amongst ourselves. But possible action regarding participation in the program. Is there a cost? What's the cost here, or how? You all are in a nonprofit, or are you a nonprofit?
Yes, we're a nonprofit.
Oh, you're a nonprofit, okay.
Right.
So what would it take from us? What exactly are you looking for from us to be partners with you guys? What exactly do you need from us?
At this moment, we're looking for an investment of $150,000, and this is strictly to buy down the rate. We put in here on the illustration 5%, to buy it down to 5% like Corpus Christi does it. But it's up to you. The city of McAllen, they buy it all the way to 0%. You can do 3, 2, whichever you think the relationship, starts and how successful we are. We can always, you put the stipulations. If you want for us to get you quarterly reports where it shows exactly who EDC has helped, okay, with my money, who were the individual that was helped with that, how many jobs were created or were sustained. You put the rules. You tell us what you would like for that individual. One of the things we do for McAllen, I believe we make sure that the tax ad valorem is current.
Yes.
What other things?
When I'm packaging a file, normally what I do is want to make sure that the business is going to be located within the city limits of McAllen. The other thing is that they're going to be creating new job opportunities for the city as well, that they're going to be bringing in new employees coming in, or that they're going to be retaining employees, that loan is going to help them and not for them to lose any employees. But the whole idea is for them to create jobs. We want to, like I said, we want to make sure that they're current with their sales taxes, and that if they reside within the city, I want to make sure that they are current with their ad valorem taxes as well. So that's one of the things that I have to do and package and make sure that we are in compliance so that we can be able to fund that loan.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a certain criteria that the business owner has to have experience or an amount? I understand this is for small business owners, or that's a new venture for them, but do you have a certain criteria that they must meet finance-wise or in years of experience in a certain industry that they're trying to open?
Yes, we normally require for them to have relevant experience in the business industry. If it's a startup business, of course, we want to make sure that that individual has relevant experience in that type of industry that they're wanting to start. Second, we do require for them to put an injection into that business proposal. If the customer is looking for a $10,000 loan, we want to make sure that they have at least an injection they're putting some skin into the game, anywhere from a 10 to 20% injection, because no lender will do 100% financing, so we want to make sure that they bring in some commitment to the table. All of our loans have to be collateralized. We do ask for collateral that meets or exceeds the minimum loan amount they are requesting. What can be used as collateral? We can take their business assets, such as furniture, fixtures, as collateral to secure the loan. We can even take a vehicle title as long as it's owned free and clear. Or if they're purchasing equipment, they're purchasing a vehicle for their business, then we'll use that as collateral to secure that loan. So yes, we do require for them to have some experience, relevant experience in the industry.
Thank you.
And of course, also another thing that I failed to mention, we work very closely with the UTRGV Small Business Development Center. So if it's a startup business, we will require a business plan as well.
Thank you for the information.
I have another question. Salinas, are you allowed to share some of the data or the success that you have in other cities? Like for example, you're helping McAllen, Corpus, maybe, so that we could see data. Basically, I'm a return on investment type of guy, a business guy, small business guy. I'm glad to see you all here, but we also have to be frugal with our funds. So if we're going to invest, can you share how the success in other cities, or can?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, so that we can research that or just look at it and feel comfortable so we can explain it better to the community.
And if I may add, now that you mentioned that, that's very important. I've been working, I don't know if you're all familiar with Berenice's. It's a bridal boutique downtown Maine, on Main Street in McAllen. I've been working with that lady for, I'd say like maybe 15 years. I've been with the organization for 18. So she was one of my first clients when I first started Outlift Fund. And she had a bridal store in Mexico, so she decided to go ahead and move into the U.S. So she wanted to start her business here, something similar to what she had in Rio Bravo. Well, I helped her with a small business loan. Then after that, I had been working with her, and I'm happy to announce that last year she was approved for a $1.5 million so that she can be able to purchase her building where she's doing business right now there in McAllen. So not only that she was leasing before, but now she's the owner of her own building.
I'm interested in getting more information.
Yes,
You know,
of
type of
course.
loans, the type of loans that you offer and all those things. And
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're here.
Gladly, we can get that information to Mr.
Yeah,
Trevino.
we'll have Mr. Trevino
Of
get with you
course.
all, so y'all can give us some more info on it, so we can research it. I know Marcus right across the street real well, so I'll speak with him and see how things are going. But thank you for coming out today
No,
and
thank
giving
you
us
for-
this presentation. The information in the packet is good. I've been reading a little bit. But we'll be in touch. We'll be in
Thank
touch.
you for the
Can I
opportunity.
give them
Go ahead.
just one more thing? The 504 loan, is the SBA program, that's this loan, correct? Or is that something
No,
different?
that's a totally different loan
Okay.
program guaranteed by SBA as well.
Yes. Can you
So-
talk a little bit about that one? Because you will help some of
Yes.
these other people here in Edinburgh. And I think it's very important that they offer more in the toolbox than just this one loan, that they help put together SBA loans, small business loans. And just real quick, if you don't mind.
Yes. Normally, we get we have two different types of loan programs that we're allowed to fund under utilizing SBA's guarantee loan program. The SBA guarantee loan program starts anywhere from $250,000 up to $500,000. And that business loan, it's guaranteed by SBA to the lender up to 80%. So we'll get the guarantee from the SBA up to 80% of that loan. If that program can be utilized for business equipment, if they want to expand their business, that can go up to $500,000. That's the 7A Community Advantage Loan Program. The SBA 504 loan program is when an individual is ready to purchase their building, or if they want to do a cold storage unit, or if they want to do a hotel, then that loan program can go up to $5.5 million. And that's also a guarantee by SBA. So the beauty of that program is that the banks love that program, utilize that program because they have that guarantee portion from the SBA. So it'll be two loans. It'll be the SBA loan and the bank loan. So the bank will guarantee, they will only fund 50% and have that guarantee up to 50%. Then the SBA will step in and do the 40%. Then the customer comes in with the low injection, and that's long-term financing up to 25, even 30 years.
And lastly, if I may add, we do not compete with banks. We work together with them. So the customers that they're not able to service, they send them to us. We work together because they get CRA credit by us serving those underserved individuals. So we have excellent partnership with the banks through either funding, where they'll lend money to us at a lower rate so we can lend it out, or through sending the clients that they're not able to help, and instead of them telling them, we're taking your deposits and I'm not going to help you now, they're giving them an option, so they send them to us and we help them out with those loans.
Anything else?
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
We
ladies.
appreciate it.
We
Thank you.
appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to number 5, discuss the EDC budget for fiscal year 2019-2020. Mr. Trevino.
Yes, sir, you should have our proposed budget for 2020 and then fiscal years 21, 22, 23, and 24. This is very preliminary. I know fiscal year starts October 1st. Just wanted to get this to you guys so you can start looking at what we're looking at for October 1. We're looking at about a 3% increase in our revenues. Hopefully, I think we're going to make that this year also. But if you look on that first column, this is our estimated final fiscal year. The second column is the actual budget that was you have approved, and then you see the fiscal 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24. We also have included all the bond monies that you all have approved for the projects in there on the 9.78 million, and then with all the payments and disbursements also to be included for this year. So I just wanted you to be able to start looking at this. Next couple meetings we'll be going into detail specifically, and I'll get more direction from you as far as when we approve the final budget.
All right. Thank you, Joey. Number 6, discuss and consider authorizing the sale and/or donation of EDC surplus property.
Yes, Mr. President, members of the board, of course, you know we have the old EDC building under contract for sale. We have a lot of furniture and doodads and decorations and rugs and things of that sort. So I would just like to get approval from you to authorize us to do a yard sale or a garage sale. I think Mike is ready to stay on a Saturday all day and sell. Nelda and myself will be out there, and if you guys want to help too, we'll be appreciative. But we just need authorization to sell all our surplus.
Let's do it. Get rid of that stuff. Can I entertain a motion?
I make a motion.
A second, with a little discussion. Is there any way, there's some nonprofits like Amigos del Valle and so forth, so they're always looking for fridges and stuff. What are the legalities of that when we're getting rid of something?
We can do that. I mean, we can invite
They
them
can
out there
contact you?
and donate, because last year there was opportunities. The city got some of the, some of the TVs and things of that sort. So, I mean, we can do that with nonprofits, I believe.
We'll have them contact you if they're
Yeah.
interested or whatever. Okay.
Okay. We'll reach out to them.
Good.
Do have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. That motion carries. Number 7, Executive Director's Report.
Just real quick, members of the board, I usually report on the building permits, the sales tax, and labor statistics. Let's see, 2019 May, we went up from last year, 2018, on residential building permits, 7,563,183. To this year is 7,959,599. Our commercial building permits went up also. Last year at this time, it was 1,983,120. And then this year, we went up to 5,070,769 for commercial building permits. Very positive.
Can you repeat that again? I just want to make sure I got the numbers.
Commercial buildings permits?
Yes.
Okay. May 2018, we had commercial building permits worth 1,983,120. This year, this past May, commercial building permits were 5,070,769.
150%
Yes, definitely. Good.
increase.
Without a calculator, you did that. Yes, sir. Thank you. Of course, our unemployment rate this time last year was 4.5%. This last month is 3.7%. Very good on our unemployment rate.
That's awesome.
So, and then, of course, the big one, last year at this time, our sales tax numbers were $1,770,866. To this year, $2,135,276, an increase of 20.58%. So overall, the city statistics we're doing really well. I'd like to, we'll get out a press release and get all that information out too. We've been doing it regularly also. Other than that, I'd like to thank the board for allowing us to have this the great quality of life program we had with the Dallas Cowboys last week. I think it was really good. We had Will McClay here. He was the vice president of personnel for the Dallas Cowboys. So he's pretty high up there in the Cowboys organization. And of course, my friend Sam Garza, the scout that helped us put that together. We had our players. We had a little issue with some of the players, but we got 2 players. Jalen Guyton, a free agent from North Texas. He went to Allen High School. And then Daniel Wise, he's a free agent from Kansas. So they did really well. We had a good turnout with the kids. We had a good turnout with, the autographs anyway. And also wanted to present the game ball to the president. See what it was all signed by all the group there. So
Thank you, Joey.
we'll see. And then
Yeah, that was a great event. Got the pleasure of meeting those guys, and he did play in Allen. I believe he won a couple of state titles there. 3 in a row. So we appreciate those guys coming out and doing what they did for the high school kids. I know Mr. Farias was a big part of it also with the school district. Every high school sent some football players over there that the head coaches chose. So, of course, I'm sure they're the varsity players, and I think we had 20 to 25 from each of the 4 high schools here in Edinburgh. So they had a great time. It was a combine atmosphere, and they enjoyed it. They really enjoyed it. I got to see some of the pictures that they posted, and some of my ex-students were out there who are seniors now, and they had a blast. So real genuine guys that come down, and they always love Edinburgh, and Edinburgh loves the Dallas Cowboys. So thank you, Joey, for putting that together. And
they look forward to bringing this again to us and expanding it a little bit more next year. So.
Yeah, so good things.
And Mr. President, if I could add, I know there was so many changes going on back and forth, and you guys handled it with class, and you were very patient, even though delay after delay on planes and even going back.
Exactly.
So I just want to thank Joey and the staff at the EDC for doing such a good job in handling it and hosting them. I mean, they had a good time to the point that they want to come back and make it even bigger. And that's a testament to the way that our city received them and the way that you guys personally handled them. So I want to thank you and the staff for doing an excellent job in that.
Yes, one thing I want to make sure our staff did a really good job, Mike Valderas and Nelda, and then the city, of course, the city
Yes.
staff, the Parks and Recreation, they came through,
Yes.
even though they were doing other things for the All-America City. But I would like to thank the staff. They did a tremendous job in working here. The last thing is we did have the job fair 2 weeks ago. We had 59 employers out there. We had a really good turnout, over 800 job seekers. So it goes to show, even though our low unemployment rate is very low, we still got some people to put to work there. So, and thanks to staff of putting that together, Mike and Nelda, and then of course the Texas Workforce Commission. They helped us quite a bit too.
Very good.
And that's it for my report.
Let's not forget, we were going to have a ribbon groundbreaking this morning at North Park. We actually had the tent and everything set up out there already, right, Mike, as of yesterday. And then this weather came in, and the staff had to run out there and take everything down. So that was postponed. But once the mud dries up and everything and we're ready to go, we'll get out there and we'll do that. That's North Park coming down on Rogers Road, north of the Pause Center, intersection with the frontage road right there on the expressway. So that's another huge project that we got coming, so we'll release details on that later.
One other item, next Tuesday at noon, where we'll have a workshop here on the Altoona Basketball Recreation Center. The architects will have some initial renderings, and we'll go over it with you to see, get your input as far as what to bring in and take out and stuff like that based on they have a good cost estimate in place for us too.
What's that, what's the date for next Tuesday?
Tuesday's the 3rd?
July 3rd?
2nd.
July 2nd?
Second.
Okay.
July 2nd noon here.
It will be here.
Here, yeah, we'll have a little workshop out there. And if
Noon?
we-
About noon time?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
July 2nd, 12 noon. All right, can I entertain a motion to go into executive?
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by raising your right hand. Those opposed, same sign. We'll go back into executive session. It is 12:33 p.m. And just for the record, Mr. Farias joined us at 12:16. Mr. Molina stepped out at 12:25 and came back at 12:32.
This time, the EDC Board will go into executive session in accordance with Texas Open Meetings Act, exceptions to requirements that meetings be in the open to deliberate under Section 551.071, consultation with attorney, 551.072, deliberations regarding real property, 551.074, personnel matters, and 551.087, deliberations regarding economic development negotiations.